What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to Deja's Designs. Today we have another thrift and flip from this to this. Yes. So the first step I did was grab the waistband from the sweatpants, and I started detaching all of the seams with my seam ripper. Here I am finally detaching the last one little go around line on the waistband. This part is really repetitive, so I'm just gonna let it go ahead and play again. So this is the aftermath from the waistband, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all how it looks once I took out the elastic, the drawstring, and all of the threads and everything. The next step after taking out the waistband, and which I did, I took out all of the stitchings from the front rise and the back rise of the pants. And here it is from the aftermath of detaching it from the front rise all the way to the bottom. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and just snip off the end scrunchy part of the pants. So here I'm just showing you all how it looks in the front part. What I did from the front, you also want to do in the back as well. Okay, I got a little bit too excited on the back part and ripped it. Look, don't be like me, okay? I accidentally ripped too much. So what you want to go ahead and do now is snip off the extra fabric that you're not going to need because these are like a 4X. I'm going to go ahead and place my ruler down and then just go straight across with my rotary. I actually drew a line, but you just can just go ahead straight across with your rotary or draw a line with chalk or marker or a pen. Okay, so here I folded over the side I already cut onto the other side, which is the front that I didn't cut yet, and just aligned it from the side seam so it could be even. And here it is cut. All gone and ready to be sewn. Right here, I'm just checking that both sides are even before I go ahead and sew. This part is totally optional. I just did it because I wanted to make sure that the seams were flat. So I went ahead and top stitched the seam down on each side. Next, after sewing that up, you want to go ahead and detach the pockets on both sides of the skirts. After detaching the pockets, I went ahead and took it out with my seam ripper, and then I sewed up the sides to make it seamless and invisible. I'm so glad it kept the champion sign as well. Next, I went ahead and placed where I wanted the holes for the drawstring to be inserted on the skirts, just marking it evenly on both sides. So here I attach my buttonhole foot. If you do not have a buttonhole foot, you can also use a zigzag stitch. And with that zigzag stitch, you want to create a really, really small rectangle that has an opening in the middle, okay? Because you want to make sure the drawstring can fit through. And after creating the buttonhole stitch, you want to go ahead and take a seam ripper and just snip through that opening in the middle. Okay. All right, guys, we are almost to the finish. Next, I went ahead and cut out an elastic that was 3 to 4 inches shorter than the actual skirt waistband. And I am serging it onto the actual skirt with my serging machine. If you guys have any questions on how to measure out elastic or attach elastic, please comment down below, and I could definitely do a separate video on elastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a straight stitch all around the waistband, following the lines that were there previously just to make it easier. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a safety pin, push it through and attach it to the drawstring, and we're going to push it through the hole that we created earlier to make sure it can get through the actual waistband loop. This may look difficult on video, and it may be difficult for your first time, but trust me, it's easy. You just want to keep guiding the safety pin through the hole. You can leave the skirt the way it is, or you can do something extra at the bottom since it's so long and it may not be easy to walk in. So that's what I'm doing here. I am marking up about 12 inches on each side. And once I marked it up, I'm going to go ahead and cut out a diagonal line from the side to the center of the skirt. Lastly, I went ahead and just did a single hem at the bottom to make it look a little bit cleaner. And then that is it, you guys. We are finished with making a skirt, a sweat skirt from some sweatpants. Now we can go ahead and finally get into the top, you guys. So, same steps as the pants. You want to go ahead and take out all of these seams. I started with the cuff seams from the sleeves. You can start anywhere and just start detaching all of the pieces. Okay, here I made my own pattern from an old tank top. If you guys want to know about how to make your own pattern from old clothes, I can also do a video on that. And then I went ahead and cut out the pieces for the facing fabric right here. And I also went ahead and did the same with the lining fabric. First thing you want to sew up are the sides for the front and back on both the lining and the facing. Next, you want to go ahead and face the fabrics right sides together, as I'm doing here, and then sew along all the way up to the openings of the strap holes. You do not want to sew the strap holes, okay? I did that in this next clip, and you do not want to be like me, because I had to go ahead and detach the bottom of the shirt to pull the shirt through. Here we are. Right sides out, okay, looking nice, looking good, looking cute. So I was going to go ahead and use boning, quote unquote, zip ties, whatever you want to use, boning, zip ties, it works. But I went ahead and saw that they weren't long enough. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even about to stress myself. We're not doing any boning. And I just canceled that and just kept it as a regular corset top and not an actual corset. Okay, so now is when you want to actually attach the straps together. So face it right sides together, and then you want to go ahead and sew along each strap together. Next, I went ahead and top stitched around the entire garment through the armholes, through the arm loops and everything. We are almost done. Just like we did with the skirt, you want to make buttonholes all the way to the bottom of the corset and the back. I did about 6 on each side. As you can see here, guys, it looks so good. Yeah, I was stressing this whole time because I never did anything like this, but it actually came out really, really nice. Now, the final step is creating some strings or some strap or something to go through those holes. So I used this, and I did about 60 inches, and I cut out 6 different 60 inches and braided it together to create the strap. Okay, you guys, we made it to the finish. Yes. I just want to thank you guys so much for staying tuned towards the end of this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and share it with anyone who wants to get into sewing or who is new to sewing. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye.